Hi guys, today I'll be showing you my recipe for Ube Mamon. But first we need to rehydrate the ube. I'm gonna list the ingredients for this. You can use purple yam or ube jam or the normal ube that is cooked. It needs to be cooked because it needs to be soft. So I'll write the ingredients for this in the description box below. This is 2.5 tablespoons of dehydrated purple yam, and then we're gonna add that's 1/4 cup of coconut milk, and then we're gonna add 1/4 cup of milk. If you don't want to use coconut milk, you can just use milk, or you can just use evaporated milk. And then that's 2 tablespoons of sugar. All we need to do here is to rehydrate the yam or ube. So you can experiment with this. Now we're gonna go to the stove and turn the heat setting at the lowest. So when the texture is like this is not yet done, but the liquid is gone. We're gonna add 2 tablespoons of milk and 2 tablespoons of coconut milk. Again, if you use just evaporated milk, add 4 tablespoons. It's by feel anyway, so yes. After about 2 minutes, the ube is done. So I'm just gonna transfer this in a bowl and let it cool down completely. And this is what it looks like after cooking. 90 grams or half a cup of cake flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, 3 tablespoons of oil, 50 ml of water, 2.5 tablespoons of ube, 3/4 teaspoon of ube flavoring, half a teaspoon of vanilla, 5 tablespoons of granulated sugar or 75 grams, and 4 egg yolks. Before we begin, it is important to remember to put butter on your cake or your mamon mold to ensure that it will come out. Then we start by combining the cake flour, baking powder, and salt. Give it a good mix and set this aside. Next step is we're gonna combine the egg yolks, water, vanilla, the ube flavoring, the sugar, and then give it a good mix until all the sugar is dissolved. Once you know that the sugar is all dissolved, start adding your cake flour mixture, just like so. And then add the ube or purple yam. And then make sure that there is no lumps. And then finally add the oil. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but I added 2 drops of purple food coloring. You can totally skip this step. 1/4 cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 4 egg whites. We begin by beating the egg whites. Once it's frothy, add the cream of tartar. Give it a good mix and then gradually add the sugar. Once all the sugar is in, continue beating until it reaches stiff peak stage. Just like this. The best way to test is when you tilt the bowl and the egg whites or the meringue is not sliding off the bowl. We begin by adding 1/3 of the meringue mixture into the ube cake batter. I did add my meringue in 3 additions. Make sure that you use the folding method in mixing the 2 batters together so that the air will stay and not be deflated. And this is now ready to be baked. So I have my Mamon molds in here, and then I've got my baking tray underneath. Scoop in about 3.5 tablespoons of the Mamon butter into the molds. Just portion it out. I made about 9 Ube Mamon for this recipe. Before baking, give it a good tap. Then bake this at a preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius for about 20 to 25 minutes. And this is what it looks like after baking. Now, just let it cool down completely this way, just like so. You don't need to turn this upside down. And then once it's cooled down, transfer it into your cake platter. I guarantee you're gonna love this recipe, just like the Mamon that I made before. I'll put the link below on the Mamon recipe if you wanna try that out. And this is our finished product. I hope you give them a try. It's really easy. Again, if you can find the dehydrated ube, you can use ube jam or the ube, but make sure that you cook it. And just to show you what it looks like when you cut it open, it is really light and fluffy and moist and delicious. You'll not be disappointed making this. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye!